maybe like a career in general, or do you want to go you want to go pro in the sport? Is that a dream?
That like going pro would be a dream, but it's like I at least want to be able to run in college. But like I'm planning on majoring in business because my mom is actually a business owner, so I kind of want to follow like in that way. And I kind of like I want to keep pursuing content because it's like ever since I was little I want to be a content creator. So it's like I'm like actually finally like making it happen. I feel like right now.
Where you're from, school you run for, hometown, stuff like that. Maybe a couple like fun hobbies that you do.
Yeah. So my name is Maddi Duke. I'm a junior at Bedford High School in Michigan. So I've been running track since sixth grade, and I feel like I've always like done the 800. So it's like it's always been my main event since I started running. So like some hobbies I have, like I collect Pokemon. Obviously, it's really how I got like the inspo for my name because like I'll have like ripping Pokemon and run. So it's like how I got that.
I got you. So, like, would you say like all your free time besides track and school is focused on Pokemon?
No, not really. I have a lot of Pokemon. Like hold on, no, let me grab this really quick. I gotta show you something. I just got this. I put a Pokemon chain on my New Balance bag I have.
Ooh,
So it's like a Snorlax one.
yeah,
So Pokemon's like a big hobby for me, but it's like Pokemon's expensive. I can't just be like ripping them every single second of the day. You know what I mean?
yeah. No, I hear you. And I have a friend that like is into collecting, and he's like, oh, I went out this weekend and I bought like $1,000 worth of Pokemon cards, and I'm like, bro, that's insane. And then he's like, oh, but then I found some like people like Facebook Marketplace, and I'm gonna make like $3,000 off of this. And I'm like,
Yeah,
what?
it's
Like,
just
what?
like it's how it be right now. They're going for so much. I like when I started collecting them. It was like my freshman year, so it's like I was collecting them, and then they just boomed like a year and a half ago. It was insane.
Yeah, I didn't know that there was actually people out there that have full-time jobs just reselling Pokemon cards.
Yeah, no, it's crazy now. I feel like
I'm
it's
like,
like
that is insane. So, okay. So let's get into some more content side of things. So, uh did you like I guess when do you say your first time you consider yourself, a content creator? Like what did it start like a year ago, 2 years ago, something like that?
um. I'm gonna be honest. I made my first video in August because it was actually funny. So the story about how I got my glasses, it was at this track meet in Houston I went to when I went All American, and my
Hmm.
mom bought me the glasses as like a prize for going All American, and I started making the videos off of that. And then I had this video when I was in it was this like night meet in Michigan I was in, and Mile Split saw it, and it like I did a video with Mile Split, and I started to like get some traction based off of that. But I don't
Yeah.
know, like I don't really like label myself like obviously I make content, but like I just I don't know. I feel like I try to stay humble with it because like I don't think of myself as that big yet.
I think that's always a good mentality. I like it definitely is kind of a fine line between, do you consider yourself that just makes videos, or you actually like a content creator and people like know who you are, like, oh, I know Rip and Run, like, but I definitely think that you have had some traction recently. I'd actually give you the title of, at least in my opinion, the first person that started um, content with the meta glasses, like specifically in running. Like
Yeah.
I think you were the first person. I don't think of anybody. Maybe there's somebody. Maybe somebody's gonna watch this podcast later and be like, I did it first. That was me. He stole my idea or something. But maybe like more mainstream level. Like I saw the mile split video that you were tagged in, and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. And then I was like, oh, wait, he's actually kind of fast. It's like 153 in the 800. I'm like, okay, okay. So like are you okay? I'm gonna ask you this question, and whatever you do, don't take offense to this question at all. Uh, are you like, do you actually need glasses or?
No, I don't actually need glasses. So the ones I have that I bought originally are sunglasses, but then I switched out the lenses at my last meet, and they're just blue light ones, so I could just wear them whenever when I'm out. But no, I've never needed glasses like before, or I'd probably be wearing them right now to be honest.
Okay, I got you. So I didn't. I was like, I didn't know if they're actually prescription or not, or they're just so. So your mom just like gives you this pair of like glasses, and you're like, oh, these are pretty cool. What was the next step of like, oh, I'm gonna start making videos off of these? Because I mean, you start last August, and your stuff pretty much pretty much pops off right away. So it's like you knew at least it was gonna, like you kind of, I don't know. It seems as though you knew the, like, I guess the strategy, the algorithm before it even started. So
Yeah, well, like it definitely took a little bit to like start getting them because like my first couple of videos, it was like I was getting like 10 likes. I was honestly like a little discouraged at first until like the meets actually started because it's just I feel like if if I like watching my own videos, then other people are gonna want to watch my videos as well. That's kind of my thought process whenever I'm posting. So I try to make it as entertaining for myself because if it can be entertaining for me, then my audience will like revolve around myself. I feel like because I feel like that's like how it has to be.
that's actually, I like that a lot. I feel like we kind of share that same mentality in that way when it comes to making videos. Sometimes it's harder than actually like you're like, oh, I want to post this or whatever, and you're like, it's like, is this gonna be good enough or not? And then you got to figure out the fine line of like, oh, is it worth it? And then in the back of your mind, you're like, oh, whatever, I don't even care. I'm just gonna do it anyways. And sometimes like the videos where you're like, oh, I don't think anybody's gonna like this, end up popping off the most. I don't know if you've seen that yourself.
Yeah, no, I definitely have.
So, okay. So we run 153 as a sophomore last year, correct?
Yeah.
And that was at that was at a nationals meet.
No, um it was like this postseason Michigan State meet. So it was the week after states to like it was like a New Balance tune up pretty much. And I was like point 0.4 off the New Balance qual. Like my
Hmm.
PR going into it was like 155.3 and then I dropped to 153 that race and was able to go to New Balance. So it's kind of like all or nothing for me that race.
I got you. Wait, you said you were able to go to New Balance outdoors.
Yeah, but I didn't run the best at New Balance. To be honest, there's a funny story with it. It was just everything was going wrong for me that race.
Oh,
Um, like we were taking the subway there, and they passed our stop, and we were like an hour before my race. We're 5 miles away from the stadium, and we're taking an Uber to the stadium. And I check my bag, and my bib's not in there.
oh,
Oh, they dropped me off at the stadium, and my mom goes back to the hotel, and I get my bib like 20 minutes before the race. So I was just not feeling it. And like
yeah.
anybody that ran the 800 that day there knows it was like just done raining, so the track was so slippery.
So did your warm up get messed up too?
Yeah, it was kind of cooked, but I still ran. Like it wasn't a bad time. I went 155, so I can't complain about it.
Wasn't there? I feel like there was somebody that broke a record in the 800 in that meet last year. He like,
Yeah, Caleb Winders went like 146
yes, yeah,
out
you
of
were
one of the slower
146.
heats.
So did you like? Because I'm a little out of the high school loop at this point. I graduated in a class of 23,
Mhm.
so I'm I feel like I know most of the like a lot of the seniors because they were freshmen at my point. But anything like your class and below, I'm like out of the loop at this point. Would you say that it's like it's the same dynamic of like, oh, like the biggest stars in the sport right now, like this all the seniors and stuff like that. Like, are you really into like looking at like a nationwide scale of, oh, I know these are like the best 800 guys in the nation. I know these are the best milers in the nation. I know these guys are the best 400, and you're like, I kind of want to get to that point, or are you kind of just focused on yourself and just locked in on yourself?
Um, it's like it's a little bit of a mix of both because like there's a lot of competition in the Midwest. So I race a lot of the top guys. I raced Caleb Winders twice this year, both in my 600 and my 800.
Hmm.
And like he's number one right nah he's number one or number two for the eight. I can't remember right now. But I don't know. I don't really check the rankings that much, to be honest, because it's like I'm just trying to like get better myself right now, especially because like so I got sick like halfway through my season, so I was really like out for a while, and like right now I'm
Yeah,
starting to get back into like really good shape. So it's like I kind of didn't want to look at the rankings when I wasn't going to be able to compete into the rankings.
I got
But
you. That makes sense. So, like, would you say that you would you say that you pay attention? I don't know exactly how it works in Michigan, but would you pay attention to the guys like in your district or your region or even state level in Michigan?
oh yeah, no, I definitely like look at that for distance, but it's also because like I know a lot of those guys. Like I know like most of the top guys in the mile, 2 mile, and 800. And it's like so there's pretty much one main track that everyone runs at. So like I watched it was like a week or two ago. I watched these guys go like 150, 152, and like three
Hmm.
155s. So it was like dang, because those are the guys I need to be racing. And it's like
Yeah,
I haven't raced
you're-
800 in a month and a half. So it's like it felt like I was getting like left behind a little bit. So I'm like crawling back right now.
yeah, because you know that you ran 153 as a sophomore, and it's been nearing let's just say 9 months. So at this point, you're probably like, I could I should, if I didn't get sick, I should be at least trying to compete to get to low 150, like get to 150 as close as possible. Is that what's in your mind? You want to get to low 150s as possible?
Yeah, definitely. Like when I was preparing for my next meet, it was really like 2 days before it. It was at University of Michigan, and it was all the top guys in Michigan and Ohio. So like
Hmm.
the top 800 guy there was 148, and I was like fifth seed. And the winner, that guy, he went like 153 flat. So I honestly, if I would didn't get sick, I definitely could have competed really well in that race. But
I
it's really
got
like nothing I can do about it now.
you.
But
Yeah.
it's really just like having to come back from it, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. You're still only like, well, I mean, with I don't know what your perspective is on running in college or recruiting and stuff like that, and I want to say I want to say that you're only a junior right now, so you shouldn't stress about it that much. But like nowadays with NIL and roster limits and recruiting, it's like, dude, you got to run your times by the end of your junior year. It's like you don't get any kind of Division 1 looks whatsoever. Are you
Yeah.
like, have you started at all on any kind of recruiting stuff or?
I haven't done that much, but I've done a little bit. I've talked to like three colleges. I've talked to like two Division twos and one Division one, pretty much.
I got you. Are you allowed to share?
Um, I don't know. It's not really like that locked in, so I'll probably not. Because like I
Okay,
don't really know like how like we've only really like called with each one like once or twice.
that's fair. I just you can you can have your I know there's some limits on some things and
Yeah.
privacy, so I'm just curious maybe if you're allowed to tell or not. But so yeah, I mean it okay, can you tell me if the Division 1 school is a like a Power Four or a mid major or a lower D1?
I think so. I'm gonna be honest. I can say the Division one. I was talking to Air Force College. for track.
Air Force
But
Academy?
yeah,
Okay.
but I'm not 100% sure if I would want to like go there yet. But also I'd have to work on my academics, obviously.
Yeah,
Because I'm a
no,
little behind on that. But I don't know if I want to go into the military yet, so I'm not 100% sure about it.
that's definitely interesting because Air Force is really good actually. They have a really
Yeah.
good business program. And one of my high school teammates and one of my friends actually runs for Air Force.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but he's more like a 1,500 miler guy. But anyways, so that's interesting. So you haven't gotten any kind of, well, talking about Division two, you haven't got any Division one offers from anybody in state, Michigan?
No, but to be fair, I haven't really like emailed Michigan or Michigan State or like any of them. Mainly just because I've been working on my GPA because like honestly, I like right now I just had a really bad start, so it's pretty low right now. But I want to wait until after I take the SAT so I can have like an SAT score put down.
I got you. That makes sense. Yeah, there's actually surprisingly a lot of Division one schools in Michigan. Like I totally like realized that. I was like, yeah, Michigan, Michigan State. You got Eastern Michigan, right?
Yeah, and then
There's the
Central.
Western Michigan, Central
Yeah.
Michigan. I'm like, oh, like I feel like half of the MAC conference. You know what the MAC conference is?
Yeah.
And then half of the MAC conference is just in Michigan.
Yeah.
So okay, so we're recovering from sickness or bouncing back from sickness, and focusing on grades. Uh, so would you say you're more hoping to um, get like a good, I guess, lead up to outdoor season and really pop off at outdoor season?
Yeah, like I'm really trying to use the rest of my indoor season I have right now because I already had my 800 schedule decided from when I like had the indoor season start. Cause I'm running, so I ran the 800 last weekend, which was my first one since it was like January 2nd was my last one.
Mm-hmm.
And so I ran that one, and now I'm running this weekend, next weekend at States, and now I'm running New Balance and Adidas Nationals.
I
So
got
those
you.
would be a lot of like good places to put down a good time.
For sure, for sure. And I would even suggest that I think I can't like tell you for certain, but I think Adidas Nationals, even though everybody says, it's the whatever the worst out of the three, which is a little, you know, it depends what the field of the race is, to be honest.
Yeah.
But even if it's the worst out of the three, Adidas Nationals, I guarantee you, there's at least going to be a couple guys running sub 150. So who knows? I mean, you do perform well at states, you get close to it. With the 800, it's like if you got the right training and you got the speed, in any given moment, I've seen guys, that either got sick or injured or, lacked an aerobic base, can still run really fast. So I don't think you should put a ceiling on anything, but I guess you don't want to give your hopes up either. So, um, okay. So what What is I guess what's the long-term plan, long-term goals? What are we trying to accomplish? Like you got this outdoor season coming up, you got a whole another year of high school. I'd presume a college career, so like have we thought about, maybe like a career in general, or do you want to go pro in the sport? Is that a dream?
That like going pro would be a dream, but it's like I at least want to be able to run in college. But like I'm planning on majoring in business because my mom is actually a business owner, so I kind of want to follow like in that way. And I kind of like I want to keep pursuing content because it's like ever since I was little I want to be a content creator. So it's like I'm like actually finally like making it happen, I feel like right now.
What's the plan on growing the channel? Are you coming up with new ideas? Are you trying to reach out to people to do like collabs and stuff? What's going on?
Yeah, I've definitely been working on my outreach a lot. And one thing that I've just been like making sure to do this day is like as consistent as possible. Like for the past like 3 weeks about, I've made sure to post like 2 to 3 videos a day.
Hmm.
And from there, I think was like in like 2 weeks I went from like 3,500 to almost at 5K now. So it's like I'm trying to like really take off pretty much, I feel like.
Yeah,
I'm trying to go to the next level.
I think you're definitely leaning in that direction. I mean, the most simple thing that both of us already know is consistency is key. Like you can make great content, but if you only post once every 2 weeks, you're never going to get there. So if you posted 2 to 3 times every day for the last 3 weeks, that's if you keep that up, that's definitely a good sign of how you're going to get there. So also, there's a bunch of people in the chat keep on talking about a race walk. What's up with this race walk, dude?
No, I don't race walk. So there's another guy in Michigan that he does race walk, and he went all American in race walk,
Hmm.
and he named his Instagram Rip and Walk. I've seen it a couple times, so I think that's why they're talking about it. No, I've personally never race walked.
Really? Rip and
Yeah,
walk? That's
it's funny.
that's actually
I like
really
it.
funny. So, like, have you haven't talked? You've never talked to him or anything?
No, I talked to him my last meet. I got a picture with
That's so funny, bro. Rip and run and rip and walk.
Yeah, we're rivals now. I feel like.
Yeah, yeah. You can grow to 10K the fastest, right? What?
Oh no, he's catching me.
Do you know his follower count right now?
I haven't looked, but it's in the hundreds, I think.
Oh, okay. I thought this guy like had the same like that like 4 or 5 thousand followers. I'm like, oh, we could do a little competition here. Who gets there quicker?
I don't know. That is not like really close.
So I'm gonna throw it out there and say that regardless of trackflation and the culture of high school track nowadays, where it's like you know you get called rolled if you don't run sub 4 and sub 150 at this point. I think 153 as a sophomore is still insane. It's still really good. I don't know if you probably knew what your ranking was in the nation as a sophomore with 153. Do you remember that? Do you remember
Like as my class or overall?
like as your class like as a sophomore in the nation, what did 153 put you out of all the
I was
sophomores?
like I think I was like top 25. Like I think I was like 24 or 25 for
Yeah, so
sophomore.
yeah, so for like development reasons, like that's still really good. Now you have I we could go on and on. You've seen so many kids like Cooper Lukenhouse and
Yeah.
Sam Ruth and like all these guys just pulling performances out of their sleeve like it's nothing, and you're like, how in the world did they run that fast? Um, would you say like you kind of feel a little bit the same way where you are maybe a little, you know, more developed for your age? Like, I guess that's a little hard. That's a little bit hard of a question. Um, but do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would definitely say I'm more developed, like for my age, because especially because I'm pretty much like pushed a grade up. Like I'm supposed to be a grade below right now, but I was like right on the cusp, so my mom put me in early, pretty much, into school.
Really? So you're supposed to
Yeah.
be a sophomore right now?
Yeah, like
So what?
so I'm 16 right now, and I turned 17 mid-August.
Wow. Yeah, you are young. So that's dang. Okay. So you're gonna be like you're gonna turn 18 when you're gonna be you're gonna hit set foot on a college campus and you're still gonna be 17.
Yeah.
and who knows how fast you're going to run by your senior year. So, dude, you you could go big time. You could use that in your like in your emails or your what sets you apart from everybody else. Because a lot of people can run fast times in high school, but you can say, hey, I'm not even going to be 18 until I get like literally get to college. So like development reasons, if you want to stick with me, you want to play a long-term plan, like develop me for a junior and senior year, like even maybe fifth year, by your fifth year, if you took a redshirt year, like you could like you got all the potential in the world. So have you thought about that before?
I've thought about it a little bit, not like that much, because I don't know. It's like I don't like thinking about college because I feel like it's like intimidating, to be honest. Like I don't want to think about the future when there's so much going on right now. I feel like is my mindset about it.
That's fair. That's fair. I think taking it one step at a time is definitely where you should be at. Maybe I'm just getting a little too excited for you because
Yeah.
you probably you probably have friends at your high school or whatever, and your teammates or even your parents that are like really like excited, like dude, you could like be insane, like you could go to nationals and stuff like that. So you probably gotten a lot of that, right?
No, honestly, my friends usually just call me rolled. I'm gonna be honest. Like if I have one bad race, it's just they're like, "You suck." I feel like. No, but in like all seriousness, it's like I don't know. I feel like it's pretty exciting with them. Like especially when I went 153, it was pretty exciting for them. I feel like.
So that all your friends you just call you rolled, like you just
Yeah, no, we
throw
get
it.
like pretty not like mean with each other because obviously it's joking, but like we like to tease a lot.
You guys are just trolling around.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's honestly that's what makes a good culture of a team. Like it sounds like counterintuitive, like you shouldn't do that, but it's like I feel like that's what bonds a lot of people, especially when you're just joking around. Like sometimes sometimes when you joke around and you try not to make it as serious, you end up taking this, whatever stress or, anxiety before a race or whatever, and end up running even better. So I'm going to actually ask you a question on that. What would you say is your best, techniques for like getting, staying calm before a race, trying to like reduce the nerves as much as you possibly can, and maybe just like getting in that like locked in mental zone.
Um, for me, it's really, I feel like just being as confident as possible. I know like what I'm capable of. And like, even when I'm racing people that are better than me, it's like, I feel like as long as I can go out there and push myself as hard as I can, that's really all I can do. Like, even when I always do my races, I always make sure to like lead it or be as close to the lead as I can. Because I feel like if I can go out there and like set the tone for the race, I can like at least try and hold on. I feel like.
Yeah, I saw one of your videos and you said, I have no kick, bro.
Yeah, no, it's bad. I always get out way too fast.
Dude, does everybody hawk you down at the end of the race?
Yeah, it gets pretty bad, but it's like these days everybody just sits and kicks. It's so annoying.
I also want to talk about that the 120/600 because that's like for high school too, that's kind of speedy. Like that's that's kind of fast. So you definitely got some 400 speed. Not just an 800 guy. You're probably a 4.8 guy. So do you like the four? Do you like touching down to the four?
Um, well, to be honest, I was actually really surprised about that race too because my 400 sucks. I'm gonna be honest. Last year I went fit like when I went 52.5 in the 400 last year, and then went 153 in the 8. And then this season, I did better this year. I went 51.1 my second time running it, but it was like it definitely was a confidence booster hitting that 600 because last year I could only go 52.5 and then I opened my 600 in a 52.5. So like it definitely like gives me a lot more confidence for like running the 4x4 this year.
Yeah, I was about to say like I was gonna ask what did you go through 400 and that 600 because I did a 600 time trial and I went 119 and I went through it like 51. So I was like I was putting two and two together and I was like it's like 12600 he should be like he should run like 48 in the 400. Like what? Like
Yeah.
what's going on here? So I you know what? I think you will eventually get to that point. I just don't think your speed is that developed yet. Do you think so too?
Yeah, I definitely think it's that. I also just don't think I'm experienced that much in it. Like a lot of times when I would race it, I would just like I people say to full sprint it and then like at the start and I would full sprint it and then I would either die or it would be I get out too slow and not like and have way too much at the end, but by that point it's too late.
Yeah,
But the last time I did it when I went 51-1 with no blocks. So with that one that I did, I felt a lot more comfortable in it.
I got you. And you've also dabbled a little bit in the 15 in the mile, right? Just a little bit.
Yeah, I've done two 1500s ever, and I've done 1 mile. But my coach wants me to go up to the mile more this year.
Yeah, I was gonna say that I if if you don't think you're fully developed in the 400, you could be more 816 guy or an 815 guy. There's some my in high school I went to high school in Virginia and we ran the 1600 and it's like either you run 1500, 1600 or the mile. It's like one of those three and then you go a mile split and like everybody has a different conversion for their stuff or whatever. But anyways, you might be more of an 816 guy than a 4.8 guy. What's your opinion on that? Do you think so far? Which one do you think you lean more towards?
Honestly, I'd much rather be like a 4.8 guy because I do not like the mile. When I did like that 4:29, I opened up in 59 and I opened up at 59 and I was in second. Like I was pacing off this kid and then I went 34s for the rest of the race. But I still kept 34 in the last one, even though I was dead. Like he just left me after that.
Oh
But
my
that
gosh!
was my
You
first
went
mile
four.
ever. There was no pacing going on.
You went 429, and you opened up in a 59.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Dude, that is insane. What was the splits on that 412 1500?
So I went 59 through 409, and then I went like 210, 209 through the eight, and I think I went 319 or 320 through the 12.
You went you went 59 through 409?
It might have been the 400. I think it was one flat to the 409. It
Okay,
was it was
anyways,
like a month and a
bro.
half ago.
Bro, you could be bro, if you pace this, you could be like sub 420.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude.
No, and then when I did my last 1500, it was literally like my first race back from being sick. It was like my second one because I did a 400 the week before and went like almost 53, but it was pretty bad. Like I was still way out of it, and I went 412. But I was definitely just trying to stay alive, and I could definitely go a lot faster if I ran a real one.
I got you. All right. Okay, I'm gonna ask you kind of a more funny question here. So, I guess it's not really fun. If you were in the same room with Cole Hawker, Yard Nagoose, Jakob Ingebrigtsen, and Josh Kerr, if you were in the same room with all of them, okay, and you could do one workout with one of them But okay, but if this is where the funny part comes into. But okay, if you don't hang on to them for at least one rep, okay, then you have to hang up the spikes forever. Which person would you work out with?
Dang. Oh, that's actually a good question. Are we talking like current or like prime?
So the dynamic of this question is that whoever this person is, they know what like the stakes are on the line. So their personality is either gonna be like they're gonna like ease up their workout so you can do one rep with them, or they're gonna just like end your career just because they want to. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna say they're prime.
Okay. I think I'm gonna pick Cole Hawker then, to be honest. If you were gonna say current, I was gonna go Jakob. That's why I asked that. Because like he's a little out of it right now. So like I could get him for one rep.
You can hang with Cole Walker for one rep.
I think well one rep, like if he's gotta go easy on me. I think Cole Hawker would be a pretty nice dude.
You,
I
you
think he
think
would
you
be
think if you were in the same room and you were like, "Yo, Cole Walker, let's do a workout together," and you were like, "I can hang with you for one rep," you think he'd be like, "Okay, let's do it," or he'd be like, I don't think you can hang with me one rep.
um I don't know what he would think, but like I don't know. It's like it's hard to answer because like I don't think I can hang with him for one rep because like he's one of the goats right now. I feel like he's been cooking.
If he was doing, hmm, if he was doing 400s at his mile pace, okay, he was doing 400s at his mile pace. How many mm, on 90 seconds rest? Picture this in your mind. On 90 seconds rest, if he was doing 400s at his mile pace, how many 400s do you think you could do?
Give me two. I think I because there's no. I was gonna say three until you said 90 seconds rest, but it would be like a 56, right? That's my guess
Let's see here. He's
compared to
ran
his mile.
340,
He went like 343, right?
three. I think Jakob has run 343. I don't think Cole has.
Oh, really?
I
That
think
might be
Cole. I
right.
think Cole has run 340. Actually, I'm not exactly sure, but let's just say between 343 and 345. Um, that's like 17. Yeah, that's like a 55 high, like a
Yeah.
55, 55, 75. So you can do two 55, 75s with 90 seconds rest.
Yeah, I think I could because like I feel like I could just treat it like a broken 800, like at 800 goal pace,
Hmm, that is true.
and
Would it
like
be hard though?
maybe I'd go for the third one and then probably drop out after 300.
If you could do three, that'd be kind of crazy. If you could do three, that was crazy. But you think it'd be hard though? You think the workout would be crazy hard?
Yeah, no, I think it would be terrible because I did a workout that was like it was pretty much my coach just told me we're gonna do 6 400s and I want you to do the first two at your 800 pace and I don't care how the rest of it goes for you. So I went 55, 57, and then the rest of it I went like 65s. But so I dropped off
Almost.
pretty bad. But it was like literally I opened it in 55 and I was in trainers.
What was the rest?
It was like 2 minutes. I
Okay.
think I think he dropped it to minute 30 after the first three. So
I got you.
it got pretty cooked after that.
Yeah. I was just I was generally curious because I was like we talked about the 4.8s like if you're 4.8 816 guy and I was like it's like I wonder who he's gonna go with because it's like Cole is probably definitely a 1500 miler guy. Jakob is like I don't even know what Jakob is at this point, bro. Like
I'd say he's more of like a 2 mile 5K. But like if I'm thinking of a Jakob workout, I'm thinking it's gonna be longer distance. So I went with like like the shortest distance runner out of the group.
yeah I feel like Yard is also a mile 2 mile kind of guy, and then Josh is like Josh can run a good 800, I think.
No, I definitely think he could. I'm pretty sure he did one during when Grand Slam track was still a thing.
Yeah,
I can't
you
remember
you want to give
specifically.
your thoughts on that real quick,
You know, as much as I wanted it to work, as soon as they canceled one of them, I knew it was over.
dude? It was like
I really wanted it to happen though. I was just so excited when I heard about it.
it's actually insane how they still haven't paid back the athletes yet,
Well, I mean, Michael Johnson, he's cooked after that.
dude. He like I think didn't he invest like $10 million or something like that?
Yeah, and he had a lot of investors backing, but after they canceled the one, a bunch like almost all the investors left pretty much.
Oh my gosh, bro.
So
It's
like I'm
yeah,
pretty sure for like the last race, he like had like no money going into it.
yeah. Like I was, I'm actually on your side too. I was really hoping it was going to work out, but as soon as they canceled and well, no, actually, I knew it was cooked from the first meet in I think it was Kingston, Jamaica. I knew it was cooked because I turned it on and I saw Cooper Tier run like a 14:45K for the win, and I was like, what is going on here? I was like, this is just
Yeah, no, I don't think for Pro Me a 1440 should ever be winning. Like I just watched one of my buddies go like 1443 as
it
a
was I don't
like
know if
high
it was
schooler.
exactly that number, but I remember it was like high four it was like it was okay, either way in the 14s like it was so tactical because they didn't care about the time at all. They didn't care about the win. They just wanted the money.
Yeah.
That it was just like it wasn't good and there was nobody in the stands watching either and I was like, this is not going to end up, anything good. But all right, I am going to see if anybody asks any questions. Um, Talked about the race walking stuff. Talked about rip and walk. Um, Maddie, remember who told you to do it? I, I have no idea what that even
Oh,
means.
no, I know what he's talking about. So he's talking about for my first meet during cross country when I wore my glasses, I was too
Mhm.
like worried to wear them because like about getting DQ'd and stuff. But he convinced me to wear them, and then that race that he had me wear them, I ended up getting the video with mile split.
Yeah, yeah, I think I do. I think you said that in another video. I swear, didn't you say that in another video?
I might have. I can't remember.
I don't remember. I think you might have said it in a different video. 800 PR. Okay, go to the post. This is 153. I'm joking. I'm joking. Um, are you gonna be at Spire Friday? I don't know what Spire Friday is.
No, Spire is it's a facility in Ohio. I've actually never ran there, but I'm gonna be in Chicago this weekend for because I'm racing the one of the circuit series meets. The
I got
like
you.
Trials of Miles host.
Oh, okay. I think I've heard of that before.
Yeah.
Um, how will this affect Leland's legacy? What is
They're
that?
just no, that's just a troll comment. Leland's a freshman on my team.
Um, Hi, love you. Can I get a shout out? This is probably a troll from Liam. Do you
Wait,
know Liam?
where?
Is Liam your teammate?
No, Liam's not my teammate.
Liam F42. Oh wait, that's something
That's the
else.
same guy that asked the Spire question.
That's something else I want to ask you. Do you how bad is your comment section or your DMs? Like, do you have like just random high school kids just saying like the craziest stuff?
Not like anything like bad, but I've had like a lot of people like ask me how to get faster. And it's like
Hmm.
I don't know, it's like it's hard for me to answer because like a lot of times there'll be people older than me. So it's like it's hard for me to like give advice to people that I'm older than, I feel like.
Yeah, no, that is. But do you try and give advice to people that are younger than you?
Yeah, no, I still give them advice on like the workouts and like what I do in the weight room that help me the most.
Yeah, I do. I do see you like to implement lifting a lot into your stuff. So, which I really like, and I that's like one of the top priorities that I make sure when I tell people, especially on the mid distance side of like, don't be afraid to get in the weight room. Like, if you're doing it right, you're building, your muscular endurance. If you're building, doing stuff focusing on strength training and like maintenance stuff, and on top of that, lifting for injury prevention. Like, you're not gonna this myth of like you're gonna get big or like gain weight or whatever, and it's gonna affect your running is kind of BS. So it's just like it's like if you're doing it smart, it's gonna pay off. So I tell a lot of people too.
Yeah, I feel like at least during track, you should never be worried about gaining weight for running, like because you're in the weight room. That should be a good thing because ultimately muscle is going to weigh more than fat. And like if you have like this fat that you can't use and you weigh less, but if you have this muscle you can use and weigh more, like they just see the number on the scale and they think it's a bad thing because they're going to be weighing more. It's like, oh, I'm going to be heavier, but you're going to be heavier, but also way stronger. So it's like you'll be able to use it way better.
Exactly. That's some great insight. And learning this at 16 is gonna get you far. So that's really good.
Yeah.
Um, Talk about the trash can method. What is?
No, it's there's this one video of me from my sophomore year last year. It was like my first indoor meet, and I was just throwing my brains out in a trash can, and someone was recording it.
Oh, I've
That's what
been
he's
there.
talking
I've
about.
been there so many, bro.
Yeah,
I
I throw up
actually,
after all my races.
dude, are you? Please tell me you're more of an outdoor than an indoor guy.
No, definitely. Last year during indoor, I was like stuck 159 all season. I dropped to 156 and I had a breakout race. And then last year I was like stuck 157 during outdoor and then went 153 as like a breakout race.
Dude, I hate indoor so much, bro. Like,
I,
I just,
I don't know. I like indoor. I like how it's like it's way more tight knitted during indoor. Like the meets, everybody's there for them.
I
At
don't
least for high
like.
school.
Bro. It's just like actually, what I hate more about indoor than the actual like specific like track element is the cold. Like,
Yeah, no,
I
I hate dealing with the cold.
I think I hate the cold more, like, because it's like you got to put on four different layers, and then you got to put on your gloves, and you got to like warm up outside in freezing temperatures, and then you got to come back in and unlayer everything, and then it's like, oh, and you're like, you say you're warming up, but you're warming up in like freezing temperatures, and it's like, are you really warming up? Like, I don't know. I'm making, obviously, you're warming up, but I'm being a little exaggerating, but
Yeah. No, honestly, for me, when it comes to like training during the winter, I cannot do the cold for the life of me. So I pretty much lived on the treadmill like the last 2 months. Like I was doing my tempos on the work on the treadmill as well.
oh my gosh, that's insane.
Yeah. Like the only time I would go out, really even it was bad. We were doing track workouts inside of our school. Like I don't know if you've seen any of those videos, but like
Yes, I
we
did.
would do like 200s and 400s in there.
I actually have the most liked comments in the one of those
Oh
videos.
yeah, I saw that one. That one
Dude,
that blew up like crazy.
dude,
Got
how?
like
How
it's
did?
got like 1.3 mil.
I was like, how? That's insane.
It's like it's always the ones that you don't expect because
Dude, that's what I was telling you earlier.
yeah, like
I was
both
saying
of
that
my
too.
I've had two videos get over a mil and they're both running in the school. So